Welcome to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winnemac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix is next.
Coach McPherson, do you know why you always hold a special place in my heart?
Why is that, Paul?
Because you showed me that I could do great things beyond the basketball court. I'm Paul Knighty, commissioner of the IHSAA, and this is Hall of Famer Herb McPherson, my basketball coach from North Posey High School. Mentors like Coach McPherson play a critical role in the development of young people.
Mentors show us what we're capable of. They challenge us to grow. They help us reach our full potential.
And they set the bar high, higher than we've set for ourselves. Coach, you did that for me.
Thanks, Paul. That's what's great about high school sports. It gives student athletes some of the most meaningful mentors they'll ever have in their lives.
Thank you for being that mentor for me, Coach. Let's all support the role of life-changing mentors by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is encouragement. This is empowerment. This is your IHSAA.
Rick Reb, 5 Star in the Knox Ball. First of all, happy Thanksgiving, my friend. And happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends at 5 Star.
And happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners, all of our friends at the radio stations. And just remember a couple of things. Make 5 Star your holiday shopping headquarters. Open Thanksgiving Day, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Let's roll out with U.S. government inspected festive fresh frozen turkey breast, $1.49 a pound, limit 2 with an additional $10 purchase. Where's that 5 Star?
In the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of K99.3, Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the Knox Lady Redskins host the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays in a cross-county matchup the night before Thanksgiving. This is Indiana basketball. For the last 57 years, we've experienced sports broadcasting greatness here on WKVI. For that, we tip our hat to Harold Welter and thank him for his dedication and service to local high school sports. Thank you, Harold, for all that you have done for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. Thank you to our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, who is back at KVB headquarters, making sure we are broadcasting out to you live. With us tonight, we are honored to have Coach Terry Minix. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. And we welcome you to Harold Weinberg Gymnasium in Knox, Indiana, 46534, as the history between these two teams provides the best entertainment the night before Thanksgiving, a tradition in these parts as we are set and ready to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for our first basketball broadcast of the season, We have talked with both head coaches Neil Minix of Knox and Bailey Goodman of North Judson-San Pierre on the Saturday Sports Line the last couple of weeks. The Blue Jays started off their season strong, winning their first 3 matchups against Rochester, Rensselaer Central, and Hebron. They took their first loss of the season against Portage, 35-57 on November 12th, then a tight one against Couts where they lost by 2 points, 36-38. The last 2 games have been what head coach Bailey Goodman explained to us as merely a bump in the road. We turn now to our sports analyst and well-respected coach, Terry Minix, who I'm honored to say we have here with us for the majority of the season. First off, Coach, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and hear your thoughts early on the season for the Lady Blue Jays.
Well, I tell you what, they're a really improved team. Bailey has done a great job. I think it's her second year, and all the kids have bought into what she's selling, and I think the future really, really looks bright for them.
The Lady Redskins of Knox have had a much tougher start to the 2022-2023 season. They took losses against Munster, John Glenn, Morgan Township, Rensselaer Central, and Pioneer. They come into tonight hungry for their first win. Head coach Neil Minix told us this is a learning process for his girls and that his young team have shown signs of improved growth. Coach, what would your message be to a team having struggles starting out the season so far like this?
Well, it's kind of like the old adage, Mitch, that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, and he's got some players that haven't played a lot of varsity experience, and now he has a couple players with some injuries and some health issues. The good part about that is it gets these other kids the experience to get on the floor, and will help them later in the season. And I think they'll be fine. Like I say, you got to understand, hey, we're young, we're going to do the best we can, and we're going to, by season end, we'll be ready to roll, and hopefully come tournament time, we'll be the Redskins that we've been the last few years.
Yeah, and we heard some disappointing news we'll share with you all later about some injuries with the Knox Redskins. But as we look at the stats for the Lady Redskins, leading in the scoring department is Morgan Downs. She is averaging 15.3 points per game, shooting 48% from the floor. Leading the Lady Redskins in the rebounding category is Addie Eskridge, averaging 5 boards per game. Portland Minix leads the team in assists, averaging 4 per game. And finally, Candace Qualls is averaging 3.3 steals per game. After hearing a quick rundown, Terry, what are your thoughts on this Knox Lady Redskin team?
Well, I think they're still learning, and they've got some issues. Obviously, you talked about a couple injuries and some sicknesses that they have, and which Addie's one of their leading scorers, and she's going to be done for the season with a torn ACL.
That's so sad.
And then their leading scorer, coming into the night game, I think she has a sickness and she won't be able to play tonight. So, the thing is, they've got to look at that like, next girl up.
Sure.
And they got to step up, and they'll be learning. I'm sure in the beginning it's going to be, a couple of little hiccups, but I think before it's over, I think Neil will have them rolling.
Well, due to the injuries tonight, the JV only played 2 quarters, and they finished that game. I had the final score. I believe it was 17-11, I believe. Yeah. But we'll get the final final on that, of course. It was just the first half action here at Harold Weinberg Gymnasium. But they are getting ready to come out onto the floor, the varsity team of both the Knox Redskins and the Lady Blue Jays. We turn the page and look at the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. Leading the way for them in the scoring department is Sophia Frazier, averaging 18.8 points per game, shooting 42% on the year. She is also getting the job done on the boards for the Lady Blue Jays, as Frazier is leading the team, averaging 8 per game. Olivia Burkett is the team's assist leader so far, averaging 4 dimes per game. She also leads the team in steals, averaging 2 per game. Now that you've heard a quick stat analysis of the Lady Blue Jays, what are your thoughts, Coach?
Well, it's really a very experienced team. I guess for the last few years, all the coaches in the area have heard that name Frazier, and they're glad that Sophie's a senior, and her sister was here for 4 years, but believe me, it seemed like she was here for 10 years as well. So I think you're going to get a little bit of a reprieve, hopefully after this year, for the area coaches. But I tell you, they're a very solid team. They have a lot of experience, and like I say, they're buying into what Bailey's selling right now, and I really look for good things out of them come tournament time, and I think they could have a nice run. They're in a tough sectional, but all in all, I think they're going to be one to contend with.
Yeah, Bailey Goodman, had a chance to meet her for the first time this evening. A very good coach, it looks like, and you're right. She has her Lady Blue Jays heading in the right direction. Boy, you can already feel the excitement and the energy here at Harold Weinberg Gymnasium. It's shades of 2014 all over again for me. That was the last time I experienced this game, Coach. I know you're more of an Oregon Davis guy, but I'm sure you've heard about the night before Thanksgiving battle between these two teams.
Yeah, for sure. But, you said 2014. That kind of has a good ring for me.
Yeah.
It's really a good year. Let's put it that way. It's a good year. But, no, I tell you what, it don't get much better. It'd be nice. I say it'd be nice. We had a boy-girl doubleheader like they usually have.
Yeah,
but due to the success of the football teams, which was great for the coaches in the area and everything. But, that's always an exciting night before Thanksgiving. I mean, it's just, you've got a lot of family that are home and the place is packed and stuff. But we're still going to have a good night tonight. The place is starting to fill up, and I look for a very good game and very entertaining. So I'm excited. I really am.
I am too, and I'm so happy you're here. And we appreciate all of you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express. Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports. 2 injuries to report tonight, and we just somewhat mentioned it there a few minutes ago. Addie Eskridge and Morgan Downs of the Lady Redskins, 2 players that you do not want to be without tonight, Coach.
Definitely key players for the Redskins. But like I say, other opportunities for these younger kids to step up, and it would only help them later in the season.
Well, that's your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned as the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winnemac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible healthcare experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach of the Knox Lady Redskins, Neil Minix, this evening on this eve of Thanksgiving. What do you know about your cross-county rival in the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays, and what has been the focus in getting ready for tonight, Coach?
Yeah, it's a team we play twice a year, so we know quite a bit about them. This year it looks like they're playing a little full court on the defensive end, and then they'll switch in and out of 2-3 zone and man-to-man. They have Sophie Frazier back that's a good scorer, so we know we got to know where she's at. And then Burkett does a nice job. She's played a lot of minutes over the years. And, last time we played them, or it wasn't last time, but a couple years ago, she, as a sophomore, I think, she had a big night against us. So it's one of those where for both teams, you're waiting to see who's that one person that steps up and has a night that, they don't normally have. And, we're hoping that we can just rebounding is a big thing for us. We're undersized. And so we're hoping we can just, keep them off the boards, keep down those second chance points and, stay in the ballgame.
Anything in particular you're hoping to see from your girls tonight on the court?
No, I just, we've been doing some different things. And then, just with us, with having Addie Eskridge out. And then tonight we'll be without Morgan Downs as well. So, that's two girls that maybe our two leading scorers are up there last year. And to play without them, I'm looking for other girls to step up. And, our offensively, we need to have more than one. A couple look to score, and we'll do that. We'll play hard. It'll be a hard-fought game, and we're planning on staying tough and being in it. And at the end of the game, we give ourselves a chance to win. And that's all we can ask for.
Message to Knox Redskin Nation on this Thanksgiving Eve.
Just continue to come support us. We love the support. The girls are out here working hard, and there's been some injuries and things like that throughout the way. So it's kind of you're not seeing us at full strength yet. But even if we don't get everybody back, the girls that are playing now, they will improve as the year goes on, and we're excited to see where this team can go later in the year.
Happy Thanksgiving, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked third most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back to the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I have with us head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays, Bailey Goodman. Bailey, what has been your message to this team coming off that close one in Couts?
Last year we lost a lot of close games. We started off the season winning a lot of close games. We were ahead. We just got to be able to finish and close out games. It was a close one, and we don't want to have another close game like that again if we don't have to.
Sure. Who are you hoping has a good performance tonight?
I hope all 5 of us can play well, 1 through 5, and then when we sub in, that the energy doesn't drop. That's what was the difference between the close games that we lost and the close games that we won. Is 1 through 5 played all the way through and well.
What is your message this evening to Blue Jay Nation on this Thanksgiving Eve?
Be loud, and let's try to get a Blue Jay win.
Happy Thanksgiving, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Now it's time for the Keys to the Game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for the eve of Thanksgiving cross-county battle, what are your keys to the game as a Knox Redskin tonight, Terry?
Well, the big thing is just slow down. They have to take care of the basketball. Losing a Morgan Downs and a Maddie Eskridge, obviously hurts them a lot on the scoring side, but just having that veteran experience out there, they got to have these other kids step up, and they basically have to just slow down and take their time and try to eliminate the big runs that Judson may have.
Yeah.
If they can eliminate the big runs, I think they're going to be it'll be a good ball game for them.
All right, now flip sides. You're the head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. What are your Auto Park keys to the game tonight, Coach?
Well, just the opposite of that. And that basically is get on them heavy, get on them quick, because they don't have the experience of the two not being there. So you want them to be able to be a little bit nervous and get them long runs and jump on them early. They jump on them early, it could be a long night. But, I really look for a little bit of nerves in the beginning, because this is a big night. And I'm sure, like you say, you got Thanksgiving, you got probably a lot of family members here watching them. It's exciting. I'm excited to be here, and it's really it should be a lot of fun. And I think once they get settled in, I think it's going to be a really good game.
Well, it's starting to shape up to be the first basketball broadcast of the season. I think this was a great choice as you see people filing in more and more as the minutes go on. The excitement is here. If you're in the area, please get to Harold Weinberg Gymnasium. Don't miss this game. Bring your little FM radios with you because it's going to be a great night, as that is your Keys to the Game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Marian University's Ancilla College. If you are looking for a place to continue your education, visit marian.edu/Ancilla. Time to take a quick breather as the Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our starting lineup is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here at the Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth, we have one of the largest vehicle selections in northern Indiana. We know that you can visit any number of dealerships when shopping for a new car. That's why we always make sure we go above and beyond for our loyal customers throughout Michiana. Our Auto Finance Center also works to ensure that you take advantage of a lease or loan solution that fits your budget. Lots of new inventory in stock and en route. Special local market pricing. Come drive the new Silverado and soon the new Hummer EV. Stop by our showroom today or go to AutoParkChevroletBuickGMC.com and see more, or even buy that special car you're looking for. The Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth. Come see the value.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winnemac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100. Now it's time for the starting lineups.
For the Lady Redskins, starting at point guard is number 24, Portland Minix. At the 2 guard, it is number 20, Candence Qualls. Starting at small forward is number 25, Ella Fairchild, my apologies. Starting power forward is number 10, Riley Messer, and at center is number 21, Rose Webb. For the Lady Blue Jays, at point guard is number 14, Olivia Burkett. At the 2 guard is number 10, Kylie Lehigh. Starting small forward is number 24, Reagan Hensley. At the 4 is number 30, Sophia Frazier. And at the 5 is number 52, Morgan Hensley. That is your starting lineup for tonight, as we will be back to get set for tip-off in this holiday special edition broadcast the night before Thanksgiving. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
What's good about Dairy Queen? Dilly bars, DQ cakes, blizzards, and the $5 buck lunch. Stop in for the $5 buck lunch with an entree, fresh hot fries, your choice of an ice-cold Coca-Cola product, and a soft-serve sundae flavor of your choice.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana high school basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
Welcome back to Harold Weinberg Gymnasium as we are getting ready for a cross-county battle no one misses, especially the night before Thanksgiving. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be here. Well, Coach, seems we have a few moments. What are you looking forward to most in this matchup tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be we'll see how these younger kids that step up for Knox. I think that's what I'm eager to see. because losing a couple of their leading scorers and out of the game, and just see how they react. And I think they're going to be it will help them down the line. So, but I haven't seen Judson play at all this year, and I'm not sure if I even saw him play last year. So I'm excited to see him. I've seen Sophie play when she was a sophomore with her sister, but I know they're a good team, and I think it's going to be a good game.
Well, right off the top, thank you for agreeing to join us for most of the broadcast this season. Your knowledge and insight is really going to make this season fun for me, I'll tell you what.
Well, I'm excited. It's a way to stay around basketball and talk basketball with you and obviously I got out of it, but I help my daughters a little bit over at Oregon Davis, and it's fun. I do some refereeing. I know people said they could ever believe that I would be in a referee because the happy times I gave them. But I do some games and I enjoy it. But the main thing is I really, really enjoy the kids and miss the kids, and that's the reason why I coached.
Well, let's go ahead and take this moment to catch up on the Oregon Davis Lady Bobcats. We talked with your daughter, head coach Aubrey Lady, of course, the athletic director over there. Boy, she's doing a lot of work over there. I'm sure she doesn't get much sleep. But talk about the Lady Bobcats so far this season, Coach.
Yeah, they're improving. They're very, very young, very inexperienced, I should say. They play two girls that really have they're both seniors that have any real varsity experience. And the good part is they have numbers to choose from this year. They have 11, 12 girls, and which is huge because towards the end of when I was my last year or so, we were we were down 5 and 6 players. Just it made it tough, but the kids did work hard at that time. But they're doing a good job. She plays a lot of freshmen.
Yeah.
Freshmen are getting better.
Ooh,
I know
Sarah Thompson.
Yeah, Sarah has. She's been kind of a surprise. We knew she was going to be really,
awesome.
really good, but she's kind of doing it quicker than we thought. The Patrick girl, Jayla, has come in as a freshman, doing great things, and then they got Gabby, who has just was the point guard coming up after 8th grade last year. Now she's running the point until Lizzie was able to come back, and now we got Lizzie Johnson back and Saylor there. So it's going to be a learning year, but I tell you what, they played Couch really, really well the other night. Was ahead of them first quarter, tied with them at halftime, and I think they were down 2 at the end of 3, and then it kind of got away from them in the fourth quarter. They kind of got wore out.
Sure.
But all in all, I think it was a good showing, and I think they understand they have the capabilities. They just got to keep working.
Tell me the kind of relationship you must have with your daughters to be on the same coaching staff with them. That must be a rewarding opportunity to be around them that much more and to be around a sport of basketball that your family obviously loves. Talk about that relationship a little bit.
It definitely is rewarding. I mean, I coached them, and that was a little bit different coaching them because it seems like you're always harder on your own. I always told people, if you didn't like what I said to your own daughter, you ought to hear what I just told my daughter. And it's just one of them things that you're always harder on them, and your expectations are a lot more when they're your own daughter. But
Sure.
As far as coaching, my youngest one, Lexi, is coaching along with Aubrey, and,
Right.
and they really do a good job of bouncing off of each other. Lexi's a little more fiery, maybe like myself. And Aubrey's a little more laid back. Must get that from her mother because God knows that's not from me. So, but it's good. But the nice thing is I can be the good guy now, at games.
Yeah.
The girls, they see me. They can ask me questions. Before, they would just kind of turn the other way.
A little
once
nervous.
when they saw me. But it's fun. It's definitely I'm very blessed to be able to have coached them and very blessed now to coach with them. So I'm truly blessed.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, Coach Minix.
Thank you. You as well, and everybody out there. Looks like the weather's going to be better than it was, in the last week
my
or
gosh.
so. Definitely get out. Enjoy the family time. That's what it's about, and I think that's what we're going to have here tonight. We got a great crowd. I know there's a lot of people from out of town here, coming to watch their Blue Jays and their Redskins, so it's going to be a fun night for us.
Well, we look across the way and we see Harold Welter
The man.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
And we are so appreciative of what he had done for KVB. But, I had a chance to talk to him before the game. He goes, I finally can wear all Knox head to toe. And it was a moment for him. He was so happy. You see him, he's got his Knox Redskin hat and his Knox shirt. He said he never got to wear this. So he was so happy. And, boy, we're happy for Harold. He gets a chance to be here for his granddaughter. She was actually on the JV team, number 33, Cheryl Barnes. Mm-hmm. And she's a freshman. Did quite well during the JV half, and of course the Welters are here supporting. The PA announcer tonight is Nathan Welter, his son. The clock operator is Paul Dunn. The bookkeeper tonight is Ron Kakula. We may remember his name as he was up in the booth for the football season. And our officials for this evening are Jimmy Arnett, Jim Hedge, and John Wojciechowski. Thank you for that. So glad I have you here.
We got 3 good officials.
Well, we're going to take a 2-minute break as we get ready for our national anthem. Stay tuned as there's more to come here on the eve of Thanksgiving. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Shell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we've been serving family farms for over 130 years. We've seen our customers succeed in good times, pull through in tough times, and we've learned some lessons along the way. So we appreciate the customers we have today by finding the solutions they'll be looking for tomorrow. Are you ready to talk about your farm operation? Stop by a branch or visit us online at ffbt.com. First Farmers Bank and Trust, Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking. In 4-hour dinners with friends. In that first bite of something new. And in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
What's good about Dairy Queen? Dilly bars, DQ cakes, blizzards, and the $5 buck lunch. Stop in for the $5 buck lunch with an entree, fresh hot fries, your choice of an ice-cold Coca-Cola product, and a soft-serve sundae flavor of your choice. Available every day from 11 to 4. Have a $5 buck lunch exclusively at Dairy Queen. Proud to support high school sports on US 35 Monticello Street in Winamac. Find out what's good about Dairy Queen.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
And we're back here at Harold Weinberg Gymnasium for the night before Thanksgiving battle between the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays and the Knox Lady Redskins. Two-time Indiana high school basketball champion as a coach, Terry Minix is with us tonight. I am Mitch Columby, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Thanksgiving Eve action here in Knox, Indiana. We just heard the national anthem under the direction of Mr. Craig Phipps, of course, the Knox High School pep band. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being our sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week, given in memory of Tyler Roth, the 2008 graduate of Winamac High School who died in an auto accident 1 year before his high school graduation. Join us every Saturday morning on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We wish a good friend of mine, head coach Tanner Hedrick of the Knightstown Panthers boys basketball team, good luck tonight as they travel to Tri-High to take on the Titans in their first game of the season. Thanks to Tanner Hedrick for being a great friend over the years. Good luck tonight, buddy. As they are doing the starting lineups here in Knox, you hear Nathan Welter on the PA call, doing a fantastic job as always. And boy, Coach, I got a little chill there. I'm feeling the energy now.
Well, definitely. No, this is exciting. I mean, they got the lights down low.
They got the lights off.
It's just like being at a big-time college game. So it's going to be an exciting game tonight.
Well, it was so cool. They dropped all the house lights down and shined a light bright on the greatest flag in the world, the United States of America, as we paid tribute, saluting the flag. The United States of America, one of the greatest places in the world to live, and we are so happy to be broadcasting here to you tonight. The pandemonium here is great. You can just feel the energy. Nate Welter does a fantastic job. I mentioned our officials for this evening, Jimmy Arnett, Jim Hedge, and John
Wojciechowski.
Thank you. I just pointed to Coach there. He knew him. Am I announcing Jimmy Arnett correctly?
You are.
Okay.
You are.
So,
Jimmy's the he usually will sing the national anthem if you don't have any. He will do that. He's got a pretty good voice.
Wow.
I tell him he's got a better voice than his officiating is. So, but that usually didn't give me a lot of good calls.
Well, I invite our listeners to bear with me. I'm transitioning from football to basketball as the tip is up in the air, and the North Judson Lady Blue Jays are going to take possession first. All right, up at the top of the key, number 24, Portland Minix kicks it over to number 10, Riley Messer. Now back. Tinsley, excuse me. Now out to number 10. That's Riley Messer on the corner.
That's Judson.
Oh, thank you. My apologies. Kaylee Lehigh. Told you, bear with me here. Looks like Knox is in, a 2-3, Coach?
Yeah, they're a 2-1-2 or 2-3. Yep.
As they are still dribbling up at the top of the key. The clock continues to roll. They are just trying to work this defense down, seeing what they can get. This is number 24 at the top of the key, Reagan Hensley. Now she cuts it over to number 10. That's Kaylee Lehigh, who passes back to number 30. That is Sophia Frazier. Now back out to the top of the key to number 24, Reagan Hensley, who then kicks it over to Lehigh. Lehigh back up to Olivia Burkett. Now she's getting the call from head coach Bailey Goodman as they are taking their time. There is no shot clock, so they can hold the ball as long as necessary as they are dribbling up. Now they pass into the inside. That's Morgan Hensley. Now back out. The shot is up by Sophia Frazier and no good. Rebounded by Riley Messer of the Knox Lady Redskins. She's going to bring it forward across the timeline. Now at the top of the key. She kicks it over to Portland Minix. Looks like the Lady Blue Jays are on the same defensive set as the Redskins to start the game. As now number 10, Riley Messer, has it on the low left block as it's kicked back out for a big-time three from Portland Minix, and it's a miss as it's rebounded by number 24, Reagan Hensley, but it looks like she stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, I tell you, that was a good start for Knox. I mean, they went a minute and a half in that zone and made them take a difficult shot and were able to get downing, and now they got the ball again.
So to take it out is Portland Minix for the Lady Redskins. She kicks it out to the corner. Big-time three in the corner, in and out. That was attempted by Riley Messer, and it's rebounded by number 30 of the Blue Jays, Sophia Frazier. She brings it across the timeline. Now she's holding it up to the top right-hand corner. She passes over to Reagan Hensley at the top of the key. Now she's looking to get it inside. That's number 14, Olivia Burkett, about the 15 feet out. She passed inside to Morgan Hensley, and it's blocked as the Redskins have the ball in possession, bringing it across the timeline. Now on the other side of the court, it's number 20, Zoe. Now,
Candace Qualls.
Thank you, Candace Qualls. Now over to Kaya Burkett on the low block. She's trying to make something happen deep inside, but the Blue Jay defense is looking strong. She kicks it back out to Grace Craig, or to Ella Fairchild, excuse me.
That's Rose. Yeah, that's Qualls. You're looking on the Judson side there, Mitch.
I know.
That's Riley.
So Riley Messer gets inside. She puts up a layup. No good, but she's fouled on the play as it was not in the act of shooting. It was called on the ground. Boy, this is...
Well, Riley's going to be their leader. I mean, with not having Maddie and Downs here, I mean, Riley's got to kind of be the leader of this team, and she's done that thus far for them, and really a pretty good start. I know it's 0-0, but the only thing to be better, they get a basket here and kind of take a little bit off of them.
All right, the Lady Redskins kick out to number 25. That's Ella Fairchild now over to the left side. Portland Minix over to the left side. Now she's got it ripped and stolen by the Lady Blue Jays. Nothing's called, and the Blue Jays are coming the other way. Trying to get across the timeline. It's number 14, Olivia Burkett, who kicks over to number 3 for the three, and it's missed. Rebound by Riley Messer, who's bringing it across the timeline now. As she gets it into the inside. She's trying to make something happen. Gets the layup and in and out. No one can score right now as the Blue Jays are coming the other way. It's number 10, Kylie Lehigh. And I missed what was called.
That was a travel. It was a travel. You know, right now everybody's just kind of touching their nerves right now. Just to try to, loosen up. Like I say, there's a nice crowd here and got a lot of family, and so everybody's a little nervous right now.
So Messer for the Lady Redskins is going to pass it in. That's Portland Minix to bring it across the timeline. Minix looking to get it inside to Messer. She does. About the right elbow. 15-footer's good as Riley Messer scores first, the senior, as that's 2 points for the Knox Lady Redskins, 2-0 here in the first quarter with 4:30 to go. The Lady Blue Jays cross the timeline. It's number 14, Olivia Burkett now. Looks like a little weave option up top. They're just passing it back and forth, trying to get inside. There's Sophia Frazier on the right. Now it's kicked over to number 10, Kylie Lehigh, out for a three. No good. That was attempted by Reagan Hensley, but the Blue Jays come up with the rebound, and they will reset their offense. That's Reagan Hensley who kicks it over to Olivia Burkett. Now she attempts a three. In and out, no good. And Candence Qualls was on the rebound. A foul called. It looks like it was on the Lady Blue Jays.
Like I said, I think this is a great start for Knox. Just kind of settling, and they've got a 2-0 lead. But Riley has taken over as that senior leadership, and I think she's doing a really nice job. She's probably taking 3 shots, but that's she's kind of taking a little pressure off the younger ones right now.
Yeah, she is taking a full head of steam right now, putting the power in her hands as the Redskins and Messer. They cross the timeline. Now they kick it over to number 20. That's Candence Qualls. Now back up to the top of the key. That is Rose Webb. She tried to get it to the corner, but it looks like it was deflected by a Lady Blue Jay and out of bounds. They'll take it out underneath.
Judson's playing a man-to-man, and they're on them pretty tight, and I think Burkett girl's doing a really nice job on Riley.
Kicks out to Ella Fairchild for three, no good, and rebounded by the Lady Blue Jays. They're going to bring it their way. Now here's Olivia Burkett on the right side. Now she takes it down low, trying to make something happen. Kicks it out to the top of the key for three, no good. Attempted by Sophia Frazier, and a foul called down low. Looks like on the Lady Blue Jays again, Coach.
Yeah, it was a good job of boxing out. I mean, Knox is doing all the little things. They're doing a nice job right now.
Well, the clock continues to roll. It's 3:26 to go here in the first quarter as it's flying. We see Portland Minix cross the timeline at the top of the key for the Lady Redskins. She gets it inside. That's number 21, Rose Webb, trying to make a layup happen. Nothing good. Rebounded by Reagan Hensley, and she rips it away. Looks like they're going to call a foul on number 20, Candence Qualls of the Lady Redskins. So first call foul on her tonight, I believe, as most of the fouls have come from the Lady Jays. 2-0 as the Knox Redskins leave the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays with 3:13 to go here in the first quarter. The Lady Jays are going to bring this across the timeline. And right away, she's going to shoot a three at the top of the key. That's number 24, Reagan Hensley. No good. Rebounded by Morgan Hensley. She tried to make something happen. I think that's where you just keep the ball high, Coach.
Yeah, I think she got a little did a great job of rebounding, getting around her, but just couldn't finish it.
Messer from Knox to bring this in. It looks like the Jays are going to full court press now, trying to make something happen. The Redskins are going to bring it across the timeline. Now with the ball is Portland Minix. Back out to Ella Fairchild. Fairchild over to Candence Qualls. Now down low to Messer, who's doing some post moves. Haven't seen those in years. And they call a travel.
Travel.
Wow. Well, she did that spin move.
Yep.
And I like seeing players play in the post. I like that.
And she's not a very big girl, but Riley's got all the tools.
Yeah,
she does a nice job.
So the Lady Jays are going to bring it across. It's still 2-0. The Redskins lead. Lady Jays trying to work with this zone defense as they get it inside. A missed layup opportunity. A second missed layup opportunity. The Redskins almost come up with it. And they're going to count it off a Lady Redskins thigh. It will, in fact, be Lady Blue Jay ball. Well, I appreciate you sticking with me here the first few minutes. This has been a rough broadcast for me, as I'll be the first to tell you. The Lady Jays are going to they're going to kick it out right away from underneath. That is number 14, Olivia Burkett. She's up at the top of the key now, dribbling inside about 15 feet. She kicks out for a nice left elbow shot from 17. No good. Attempted by Kylie Lehigh and rebounded by the Redskins. Here comes Riley Messer doing well for the Lady Redskins. Crosses the timeline, kicks it over to Portland Minix. Now she's Ella Fairchild, thank you, up to the top of the key. Now she's trying to get inside. Now over to the far corner. Portland Minix in the corner. Now back out to Rylan Jordan up at the top of the key. They're working on this zone defense. Inside to 15. That's Riley Messer. Nice fake. Tried to get around. Now back out to the top of the key for a three from Rylan Jordan. No good as the Lady Blue Jays bring this one across the timeline after rebounding. Now here's number 24 immediately for the Blue Jays. A big-time three. That's Reagan Hensley. As they score the first points of the ball game for the Lady Blue Jays. It's 2-3 here with 1:30 to go in the first. They are staying with that full court press as the Knox Redskins cross the timeline. And they are going to shoot a three immediately. Portland Minix with a big-time three, cashing in. 5-3 now as the Redskins lead. They are looking good here early. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Now here is Kylie Lehigh. Passes back over to the top of the key. That's Olivia Burkett. Now she gets it back to Lehigh. Taking her time, looking for the best option. Kicks it over to the far left side for three. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Jays, and a nice cut. Perfect pass, but the layup was missed. Tough play, and the Knox Redskins are going to come up with the rebound. That's Riley Messer who brings it across the timeline. 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. We are the eve of Thanksgiving in this historic rivalry. As number 24, Portland Minix, was trying to make something happen. It looks like a blocking foul.
Yeah, it's Sophia Frazier reaching in. Got a little too antsy there. But, no, I'm really surprised on how well they're attacking North Judson's man-to-man, doing a really nice job. And I guess surprised on how Judson's struggling with Knox's zone right now.
Well, like you said, the eve of Thanksgiving brings little jitters out. As we see Portland Minix cross the timeline, under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. That's Ella Fairchild on the far left corner. Now back out to number 14, Portland Minix. Now kicks it over to the...
Right. Portland has it now.
No, I'm sorry. Portland Minix at the top of the key.
It's Rylan Jordan, 14.
Thank you. And Riley Messer now with the ball up at the top of the key. That is Portland Minix who gets it inside for the layup. And it is going to be deflected out. The clock stops at 0.7. It's going to be Lady Redskin ball.
Just enough time for a catch and shoot.
So 0.7. We'll see what the Lady Redskins have to do here as Portland Minix is going to pass this one from underneath their own basket. Kicks it out for a corner three. Attempted by Rylan Jordan, and it's no good as that is the end of the first quarter, 5-3. A tight one, a fast quarter, as we are going to pause for 10-second station identification. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
So 5-3 is the score here at Harold Weinberg Gymnasium. Getting ready to start the second quarter as the Knox Redskins are leading this one. Coach, you said it in the pregame yourself. It's this type of game, this type of atmosphere, especially with two of your key players out. This is a moment for the Knox Redskins to step up, and then also the Lady Jays maybe not expecting this from the Redskins because of those two players out.
Well, I tell you, Coach Minix, he's got to be happy about that first quarter. I mean, it was one of them, like you said, not having two of their regular players in there, and I think he couldn't be much happier about the way that quarter went. Like I said, I was a little surprised on how they were Judson was in a man-to-man, and Riley was getting some easy looks.
Yeah.
And I think before too long, she's going to be able to knock them down. I'm not keeping rebounds, but she's got to have 3 or 4 rebounds already. So,
yeah, a lot of rebounding here early on as there were a lot of missed opportunities. But both teams rebounding well right now as the Knox Redskins are going to start the second quarter with the ball. That's Riley Messer up at the top of the key. Now she kicks it over to Portland Minix. Rylan.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
that's Portland Minix. Rylan Jordan now with the ball. She gets it inside to about 8 feet, and she's going to get it. A great take as she scores 2, 7-3 here, under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter as the Blue Jays bring it across the timeline. That is number 24, Reagan Hensley with the ball. She still has it, cuts it over to the left side. Now, no, you're right, yes. Burkett. Now Burkett back over to Reagan Hensley for 3. Top of the key, and Hensley can shoot it. Book it for her. That is another 3, 7-6 now here in this tightly contested game in the second quarter. The Lady Jays continue to full court press. The Lady Redskins will get it across the timeline. It's almost stolen by Olivia Burkett. Riley Messer kicks it over to the corner. That's number 20, Candace Qualls, as Riley Messer makes a fake. Now she dribbles inside, kicks it back out. Portland Minix for 3, no good. The SAG defense help as the Lady Jays are going to bring it across the timeline themselves. And it looks like it's going to be knocked out of bounds, almost stolen by the Lady Redskins.
I tell you, it's nice to see they're letting them play a little bit. They're a little aggressive.
I
That's
noticed
what
that.
I like. That's what
I
like.
kind of enjoy that as well. Let the players play. Unless you hear it, don't call it.
Right.
I like that.
Doesn't affect the play, then don't call it.
All right. The Lady Jays kick out. That's Olivia Burkett. Now she dribbles into the inside. She tries to find Morgan Hensley. She does, and Hensley gets it up, but no good. It's going to be a foul on the Lady Redskins, number...
I think it's on Portland.
Yeah, Portland Minix, number 24. I believe that's her first of the night. Yep. It helps when we have Nate Welter, PA announcing. We can hear him. So I'm starting to get the names down of all the players as it's just been a rough first quarter for me.
You're still in football mode.
I know. I'm used to saying deep in their own territory.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of tough to transition here as both the Knox Redskins and the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays football teams went deep, being regional champions, or the Blue Jays being regional champions, the Knox Redskins being sectional champions. On the second free throw, though, by Morgan Hensley, it was missed. And then on the rebound, it looks like there was a foul called on a Lady J. Sophie
Frazier, that's her second.
Her second foul of the night. As the Redskins are going to get this in, it's full court press by the Lady Jays still, but the Redskins are beating it well. Here comes number 20. That's Candace Qualls who kicks it over. Now that's Riley Messer up at the top of the key for 3, and she gets it. Big-time 3 from Riley Messer. She's having a heck of a night. 10-7, the Redskins lead here in the second quarter. All right, Olivia Burkett brings it across the timeline for the Lady Jays. She kicks it over to Reagan Hensley. Now back to Burkett, who is looking to work it inside. She kicks it over right away to number 10, who shoots it. That's Kylie Lehigh. Missed, but rebounded by number 30, Sophia Frazier. Puts it up, missed, but a foul is called.
Foul's on Riley.
So Riley Messer, her first foul. So fouls all around for both teams now, as it is a scrappy game right now. We were very much anticipating this being that type of game, as the first free throw is up and good. That is Sophia Frazier, who we've heard quite a bit about from other coaches in the area, as well as head coach Bailey Goodman of the Blue Jays. And the second free throw is up and good. My mom would be very happy with her, as she said, never miss a free throw. The Lady Redskins get it in as the full court press is still on. 10-9, the Redskins lead. Riley Messer bringing it up, crosses the timeline. Now she kicks it over to number 20. That's Candace Qualls, who kicks it up to the top of the key. That's number 25, Ella Fairchild. Now to number 24, Portland Minix. Minix up at the top of the key, taking her time, seeing what happens. Now she dribbles over to the left side. Now she kicks it over to the corner. That is Ella Fairchild, who dribbles into the inside, kicks it over to Riley Messer at about the right elbow. Now she's at the foul line, kicks it over to the far left corner. Riley Jordan, now back to Riley Messer inside, who finds in the corner. Now the ball,
nice
good
ball
movement. Big time 3, and it's missed. But great ball movement, as Coach just said. The Lady Jays pull a rebound and bring it across the timeline. It's 10-9. Big time three for the Jays up. No good. Morgan Hensley with the rebound and the putback. The Blue Jays lead for the first time in this game. It's 10-11. 5:08 to go in the first half as the Redskins are trying to get it across the timeline, and they do. That is Portland Minix now working it on the inside. Kicks it out. That is back up to Riley Messer to the top of the key for three. No good. Rebounded by Reagan Hensley, who's going to bring it up. She kicks it over to Olivia Burkett. Now she's at the right. Kicks it over to the top of the key. Missed three opportunity by Reagan Hensley, and here come the Lady Redskins. Riley Messer up to the top right-hand corner.
Nice.
As she got it inside for a layup, but no good. The Lady Jays come up with it. Several opportunities for both teams missed as it gets inside to Morgan Hensley, and that's right there what you want to do if you're a Lady J. Morgan Hensley standing at 5'8", and Neil Minix has seen enough. He's going to call a timeout as the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays lead 13-10, making a statement here.
All that was just not getting back. You know, their 2-3 zone has really been effective against Judson, but that time they had a couple players that were kind of dogging it down the floor, and they were able to get the ball inside to Hensley, and she did a real nice job of putting it in and getting the N1.
And you can tell Hensley is having her way down there, grabbing the board. She's playing well against the person that's defending her, which I believe is well, no, it's not.
It's in that 2-3 zone.
It's in that 2-3 zone, so she's just towering over everybody. She's got that she's just that number 5 spot that you'd want on your team. And right now, I'd be getting it inside to her every chance I get. But the zone kind of is making the teams shoot from outside right now.
And that's what they're, they got to give them something, and that's what they're doing. They're giving them the outside shot, and once they knock a few of them down, then you can start out and try to contest that. And you got to give up something. And right now, they're just giving up the outside jumpers. And I know Reagan Hensley's hit a couple threes, but I would still stay. Neil's got a good job going with this 2-3. I would stay in it right now and keep doing what he's doing.
Well, you saw him get animated with his team. He wants the energy back to where it was at the beginning of the game as Riley Messer is going to take this out. She gets it to Candence Qualls, who kicks it back to Riley Messer. Now back to Qualls. Qualls to Messer. She's trying to bring it across the timeline, and she is going to, as she is at the top of the key. Now kicks it over. That is Portland Minix. Minix looking inside, nothing there. Now kicks it back over. That's Qualls. Qualls at the top of the key. Over to Rylan Jordan. Jordan dribbles inside, and a missed pass as it goes over the head of Portland Minix. So it'll be Lady J ball here as it is 13-10, under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter on the eve of Thanksgiving. We appreciate you joining us here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI as basketball is underway here. Right away, gets it across the timeline. That's Kylie Lehigh for the quick 17-footer. No good, and rebounded by Candence Qualls, who brings it across the timeline. Now she gets it down inside to Riley Messer. Messer back out to Jordan for three. No good. Rebounded by Sophia Frazier, who's going to bring this one across. Good look, but no good, as the Lady Jays are still in control here, up by 3. Olivia Burkett back out. Now that is Kylie Lehigh back out to Reagan Hensley up at the top of the key. Lehigh back to Hensley for 3. No good. Rebounded by Messer, and here come the Lady Redskins. So Messer's going to see what the defense provides her. She's dribbling well up to the top of the key. Now she kicks it over to Portland Minix. Minix now to the corner. That is Candence Qualls. Qualls back up to Ella Fairchild. Fairchild now
Messer
inside to Messer. Messer back out to Rylan Jordan. No dribbling as they are just seeing what the defense has. Now Qualls dribbles over to the right side. She passes over to Portland Minix. Minix back to Ella Fairchild. Now over to Qualls, and a pass inside kicked.
The thing that I think Judson needs to be doing right now is pushing the ball up. It looks like they're a little gassed. Knox is a little gassed right now, and I think the opportunity they had when they got the ball the last time to Hensley down low is because they pushed the ball up the floor.
Sure.
And I think if they would do that, that would sure help them. So
we'll definitely keep an eye, see what the Jays do here as the Redskins get it in. Looking inside to Riley Messer. They can't get it. The zone is doing its work. As now Rose Webb is in. She's at the top of the key, kicks it over. That is Portland Minix. Minix back to Messer at the top of the key. Riley Messer trying to get inside, dribbling now. Back out to Minix. Minix in the far corner. Now she dribbles back into Messer inside. Nice play. Messer trying to make something happen. She gets her own missed rebound. Then it's blocked from behind. Rebounded by Qualls. What was it?
It was a foul. Foul on Judson.
So a foul on Judson, as it will be Lehigh.
First second.
So Lehigh with their second foul on the night, as the Redskins will take this out under their own basket, bring their out-of-bounds play, looking for the opening. They find Qualls, now back out to Fairchild. Fairchild dribbles over to the right side. She finds Webb. Rose Webb now on the far right corner, trying to make, and a missed pass.
Never good to be in a corner.
As it's intercepted by Sophia Frazier, and then she brings it across the timeline as a fouled immediately by a Redskin.
But Portland Minix, that's her second.
So fouls all around continuing as the Lady Jays will take this out on the sideline. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. This game is flying. 10-13, the Jays lead. With the ball at the top of the key is Reagan Hensley. They find over the corner. Now down inside is Hensley. And she is going to get the and one. Morgan Hensley down low, and that is who you want to get it to.
That's just it. They have really no answer for her right now.
Well, she is just
she's bigger.
Yeah, she's bigger. She's stronger.
She's got good footwork.
Good footwork.
Yep, doing a nice job down low. And I think if they're going to not push the ball up, that's the only thing they have to do. Get that inside game, and they'd open up the outside game for them later.
And she does the right thing and gets that free throw to go through. A 3-point play for Morgan Hensley. As the Lady Redskins are trying to get it across the timeline, the Jays continue to full court press, but then back off as she crosses the timeline. Messer behind her back, now kicks it over wide open for three. Big time three from Candace Qualls, as it's now 13-16 with 1:15 to go here in the first half. We've got a ball game. Slowing it down for the Lady Jays is Olivia Burkett with the ball. She's up at the top of the key. Now she finds Reagan Hensley. Kicks it over to Lehigh. Lehigh now finds Morgan Hensley inside, trying to make something happen. And they're calling a 3 seconds on the inside. Wow. So they are keeping an eye on Hensley now as they call her for 3 seconds in the lane. That's a tough one to watch as Messer will bring this out with 1 minute to go here in the first half. 13-16, the Jays lead. Riley Messer crosses the timeline, kicks it over to the corner. That's number 20, Candace Qualls. She just hit a big three a few moments ago. Messer back at the top of the key. Now she kicks it over to Ella Fairchild. Now to Portland Minix, who brings it back to the top of the key. 40 seconds to go. The clock continues to roll. The energy is here. The anticipation has been waiting all day for this game as we are so excited to be here. Portland Minix still with the ball at the top of the key. She's dribbling around, trying to get it inside. Morgan Hensley, great defense from her. Now she kicks it over. That is Candace Qualls. Now Qualls back out to the top of the key. That is Minix. Minix catches the clock. Now she's dribbling it, trying to get it inside. There's Riley Messer. Fake. Dribbles past the fake and then got fouled.
Trip on Morgan Hensley.
Trip. But a good fake, wouldn't you say,
yeah,
Coach?
Yeah, very, very good. They're doing a little bit of isolation.
So now it's a 1-on-1 opportunity as they are in the bonus, as Riley Messer has a shot to get a couple of free throws. Riley Messer on the first. It's live, and it's going to be a miss. Tough shot. As 13 seconds to go in the first half. We're looking at the final play here of the first half. That is number 30, Sophia Frazier. She's going to shoot it right away in the far right-hand corner. Miss it, get her own rebound, puts it back up. It's missed. Rebounded by Riley Messer. Three-quarter full court shot, no good, as that's the end of the first half. We appreciate you sticking with me, as that was rough. 13-16, the Knox Redskins trail the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays here at halftime. Whoa, we have a lot to talk about as we're getting ready for our standard plumbing, heating, and air conditioning halftime show. I'm with Coach Terry Minix. I am Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana high school basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Rick Reb, 5-star in the Knox Ball. First of all, happy Thanksgiving, my friend. And happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends at 5-star.
And happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners, all of our friends at the radio stations. Make 5-star your holiday shopping headquarters. Open Thanksgiving Day, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Frozen turkeys, 12 pounds and up. Remember, they're self-basting with a pop-up timer, $1.59 a pound. Open Acre smoked shank portion ham, $1.99 a pound. Where's that 5-star?
In the Knox Mall.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on K99.3 FM. Here's Mitch Columbi.
Thank you to John Thompson as we are at halftime here at Harold Weinberg Gymnasium, 13-16, as the Lady Blue Jays are in the lead. We have our very own, and everyone knows you, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Harold Welter with us. Harold, I haven't had a chance to talk to you on the air through football season. I didn't see you at the football games. I'm sure you were enjoying your Friday nights for the first time in, 50-some years?
Yeah, 57 years. Took some Friday nights off and listened to WKVI,
but you're here tonight.
But I'm here tonight. Of course, my granddaughter plays for the Knox Lady Redskins junior varsity.
Yes, we mentioned.
So we go to all of those games. And this is your first experience with a Knox-North Judson matchup in basketball.
Actually, it's my second. I don't know if you remember this. In 2014, I was your sideline reporter here for this game.
That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I told myself if I ever had an opportunity to get back up here, I couldn't wait for this game. I was telling Coach Terry Minix that this game, I don't remember who won that night in 2014, but just something about the atmosphere and the energy. I just have never forgot that. And here it is again, 8 years later. I mean, you just feel it feel it in here, don't you?
Absolutely, and it was too bad that they couldn't play a full JV game because of the injury and illness situation. The Redskins are so thin that they couldn't field a JV for 4 quarters, and that's too bad. But those kids really competed, and here in this varsity game, they're missing their leading scorer, Morgan Downs is out.
And Eskridge with the...
And Eskridge is through for the year, apparently. And
but they're still in it. They're still in the game.
Well, I was going to say, if someone had come to Neil Minix and said, hey, it'll be 16-13 at the half, you'll be behind, but it'll be 16-13, I think he'd have said, I'll take it.
Well, he told me in the pregame before we recorded, he said it's not looking good. So he was expecting it to probably be worse than it is. So you're exactly right. This is looking good for the Knox Lady Redskins. And I see you're decked out in Knox gear. Finally, in 50 years, you're able to wear a Knox shirt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been 59 years since I've been able to wear a Knox Redskins shirt to a Knox North Judson.
Feels good, I bet.
Ball game.
Oh, man. Well, we've got your big Where Are They Now segment on the Saturday Sports Line. We appreciate that. That segment is so awesome. Of course, you're talking with John McKnight right now. a former sportscaster and newscaster here at WKVI who went on to Channel 2 news anchor in Atlanta. Talk about your Where Are They Now segment coming up this Saturday for the second round with John McKnight our listeners need to pay attention to.
Well, I'll tell you what, John McKnight was here for several years back in the 70s, and he was primarily in the news, but he did some ball games. He was from Chicago, and he couldn't believe the atmosphere of high school basketball in Indiana. But even after he went to the top, I mean, he was an anchor man at Channel 2 in Atlanta, Georgia, Channel 2. And he went all the way to the top, and he still says the most fun days and the most he learned was when he was at WKVI.
I don't doubt it.
Speaks volume.
It does.
There's help for you.
I know. Well, I don't know. I might like sticking around here. I'm having a lot of fun here in Knox. Boy, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting is so honored to have you still around, Harold, and we are so appreciative of your Where Are They Now segment, and I appreciate you giving me the foundation to be able to take the blueprints of all the hard work you had done over the last 57 years, and for me to come in here and use that blueprint. I really appreciate you, Harold. I really do. I mean that. I'm not just saying that because we're on the air. I'm saying that from my heart. I genuinely appreciate it.
I know that's true. And I have told so many people when they said, do you miss it? And I said, it's great that I have some people who are continuing with the tradition. And every time you say that, the tradition
feels
continues.
Good.
I'll tell you,
you get chills.
It really does. But I am enjoying having some nights off. There's no question about it. But as you are finding out, you get to know these kids, and you get to be involved with these kids, and that's what I miss.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm glad you weren't listening for the first half. I had the roughest first half I've had all season because I don't know the names yet. So Coach Terry Minix was so patient with me that first half. Hopefully I'll get a little bit better as time goes on. But, Harold, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. And don't ever be a stranger.
I appreciate the invitation. Yeah. Keep up the good work.
All right.
The tradition continues.
The tradition continues, ladies and gentlemen. Harold Welter, the man, the myth, the legend. We appreciate him every chance we get a chance to talk to him. We are going to take a break. Don't go anywhere as the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show continues. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family. Rick Reb 5-star in the Knox Ball. First of all, happy Thanksgiving, my friend. And happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends at 5-star.
And happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners, all of our friends at the radio station. Make 5-star your holiday shopping headquarters. Open Thanksgiving Day. Louisiana, U.S. #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Sara Lee, fruit or pumpkin pie, assorted varieties, 34 ounce, $5.99. You better have Cool Whip if you got Sara Lee pies. Cool Whip, assorted varieties, 8-ounce tub, 2 for $3. Where's that 5-star?
In the Knox Mall.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana high school basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
Back for more at Harold Weinberg Gymnasium as the halftime is concluding. It's 13-16. The North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays lead. Coach, your overall opinion on what you saw in the first half?
Well, I tell you, if you're a Knox Redskins fan, you got to be particularly happy. I mean, they did a really nice job. They stayed in the game, and I think, the nerves are gone now, and now we just got to go out and kind of do the things we we did in the first half, and that was their 2-3 zone was very, very impressive. You know, they didn't overextend it and let her pound the ball. The only time they were get it inside to Hensley was when they ran the floor a little bit and got it inside. So, but as far as Judson, I think Judson probably got a little talking to, and they're probably they're going to do a few things a little bit different, maybe a little more aggressive on the defensive side. Hopefully they're pushing the ball up this half.
Well, time is flying as the second half is already underway. The Lady Jays are going to have the ball first, as it is now Kylie Lehigh at the top of the key. They get it down low into Morgan Hensley, who kicks it back out, and it's stolen by Cadence Qualls. I was mispronouncing it in the first half. My apologies to those listening, as Cadence Qualls came up with the steal. Across the timeline, it's Riley Messer now to the top right-hand corner. She's trying to get around her defender. It was almost stolen. That was number 14, Olivia Burkett. Goes out of bounds. It will be a Lady Redskin ball.
They're still in that man-to-man. Very aggressive.
Portland Minix to take this out for the Redskins. They are running their out-of-bounds play right now. She's trying to find something. Nothing there. She kicks it out to the top of the key. That is Riley Messer, who has had a great game for the Lady Redskins. Now at the top of the key, that's Cadence Qualls. Qualls dribbling around her defender, and a little trigger happy as she reached. Foul on number 24, Reagan Hensley.
Her third.
Yeah, third foul.
I'm really surprised that Neal doesn't go a little more isolation, spread the floor out a little bit. I think he's got an advantage at a couple at the guard spots, or actually the forward going against a couple of these bigger girls from Judson.
Something that he needs to look for, I see. So the Grace Craig will come in for the Lady Jays as the Redskins have the ball now, dribbling down low underneath. Kicks it back out top for three. Portland Minix no good, and rebound Reagan Hensley. As here come the Lady Jays pushing it fast. Layup missed. Rebound by Portland Minix.
That could be 3 on Sophie. That won't be good if it is. That is 3 on Sophie.
Oh, man. So Sophie Frazier with a third foul, as now 2 Lady Jays have 3 fouls on the night. And we all know you only get 5.
Right. I think that was one of them. Sophie, she really thought she got fouled on that breakaway, and then kind of compounded that missed layup with her third foul.
So the Lady Redskins have the ball in control. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's 13-16. The Lady Jays lead as Riley Messer's inside. She kicks it back out to the Cadence Qualls in the right corner. She dribbles inside and kicks it out. Now Messer has the ball. Back out to Minix. Minix at the top of the key. Now it's Minix and Messer working. Messer right behind her back looking fancy.
Nice
she finds a beautiful pass inside. And a missed layup by Rose Webb. And here come the Lady Jays off the rebound. It's number 14, Olivia Burkett, working it inside. Tries to get it inside to Morgan Hensley. It's thrown away. Here comes Riley Messer.
3 fouls. You got to go to her.
And Messer doesn't know that, so she kicks it back out to the top of the key. Big-time 3 from Portland Minix. Missed and rebounded by Morgan Hensley, as she has been on the boards all night tonight for the Lady Jays. Bringing it across the timeline is Olivia Burkett. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter, as they are getting the call from the sideline. Head coach Bailey Goodman giving the play, as now Burkett kicks it over to Grace Craig. Craig, almost missed her dribble. She had to pick it up and pass. Now that's Kylie Lehigh to the corner, intended for Morgan Hensley, but it looks like there may have been a deflection on the pass I missed.
Riley got in there.
So Riley Messer deflected the pass. The Jays will take it out of bounds right in front of their own bench. Olivia Burkett at the top of the key, works it inside, now spins around to the back, and she just,
Knox is doing a really good job of packing that 2-3 zone, forcing them to take that outside shot, or trying to, attack the basket, and they're not having real good luck with it right now.
So the Redskins will take over after that turnover, as Riley Messer brings it across the timeline. She's at the top of the key, steps back for a big-time 3, missed. Portland Minix with the rebound, great positioning by her. She's down low. Almost lost it, but picked up by Qualls. Cadence Qualls for 2, no good. And over the back called by
Rose Webb.
Yeah, number 21, Rose Webb. Her second. No, you're fine. As we're figuring each other out as well tonight. So we're letting everything pass tonight. As it's the first game for basketball this season. We're just kind of getting a feel for each other. as the Lady Jays are going to bring it across the timeline with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Olivia Burkett with the ball. Now she kicks over to the left side. That's Ella Fairchild. Now to Morgan Hensley. Now back up to Grace Craig. Grace. Now inside. Jeez. Now inside to number 30. That is Sophie Frazier, who's fouled. I didn't catch the foul. 21.
Rose Webb,
her third. So fouls all around.
If I was North Judson right now, I'd be going to a high-low, put Sophie and Hensley down there and just pound the ball inside. They both have good, inside moves, good footwork, and I think really Knox doesn't have an answer for them if they would do that. And push the ball up the floor.
Yeah. Well, the Jays get it underneath their own basket. They ran their out-of-bounds play. They have it in. That's Burkett on the far right-hand corner. She kicks it back out to number 3, Anna Garbison. And a timeout by the Lady Jays. Bailey Goodman wants to see something. As the Redskins are staying in that zone, it's working for them. They're happy with slowing the ball down, I think.
Well, and that's just it. They're packing in that 2-3, and they want to make sure that they're not getting the ball into Hensley, who kind of hurt them a little bit in the first half. But, to offset that, Judson has to be able to, first of all, push the ball up the floor. They did a couple times and was able to get good baskets. And second of all, if you're not going to, you're going to give them time to set up. They need to be in a high-low using Sophie and Hensley down low post because, like I said, Knox doesn't have anybody that can really guard them down low.
When I played basketball, boy, if they played us in a 2-3, I was licking my chops standing in the far corner, just waiting for that defense to sag for the kick out. Easy 3 for me, didn't have to hardly work. That's what I like to do in a zone, and try to get it inside, kick it back out for an open 3. If you're going to shoot threes, at least make them open.
Right, exactly. If you get the inside game working a little bit, it just makes it a lot easier for us guys that like to stand out there and just shoot. I was one of them guys that it was like 1 foot off the buck. I had 1 foot off. I was putting shot up. Yeah.
Well, you and I are going to get along this season. All my friends listening back home, they're probably like, yeah, Mitch didn't pass much. He just waited for the pass.
Yeah, that was why the old give and go. Give the ball to me and go rebound.
Well, it might be my only child problems. I didn't have anyone to play against. I just shot all the time. So the Lady Jays have the ball at the top of the key. That's Garbison. Now she kicks it over to Sophie Frazier, who tried to get it inside. It's going to be deflected by Portland Minix.
Knox is leaving that 2-3 zone so wide open in the middle, and so, like I say, I don't understand why you need to have a high-low, that elbow block. Yep. I mean, it's wide open because they're extending it. I mean, it's wide open.
So Burkett has at the top of the key, and they are not flashing to the middle. That's interesting. As it's going to be mispassed, tipped in the air, and the Jays touch it last. It's going to be Knox Lady Redskin ball. Of course, they're only down 3 points here with 4:14 to go in the third.
And nobody's scored yet in the third quarter.
No one has scored yet. This is very similar to the way the first quarter started.
Correct.
So the Lady Redskins bringing it across. It's Portland Minix. She has the ball. She kicks it over. That is Rylan Jordan now into Riley Messer. Now to the far corner. Cadence Qualls back up to the top of the key. Ella Fairchild. Fairchild back over to Qualls, who finds Portland Minix in the corner. She dribbles down on the baseline. She picks up her dribble and almost was trapped. And I think that was a good call by timeout. That was a good timeout by head coach Neil Minix. As we are going to pause for 10-second station identification, you're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
13-16's the score here in the third quarter, under 4 minutes to go, as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead the Knox Redskins. Neil Minix, the coach of the Knox Redskins, called timeout as they picked the ball up on the baseline. That is not anything you want to do. A tough situation there for the Lady Redskins.
I'd like to see the Redskins do a little more isolation, especially when you got 2 girls from Judson with 3 fouls. They could do an ISO on her, on Frazier right now. Instead, they're coming all the way up and bringing that other defender with them.
Sure. So Minix kicks it over to Riley Messer at the top of the key. We're under 4 minutes here in the third quarter to go. She finds Ella Fairchild, who finds back out to the top of the key. That's Portland Minix. Now Riley Messer. Messer, who's handled the ball for much of the night. Back over to Minix. Minix in the corner to Fairchild. Looking inside to Messer. No, back out to the top of the key. That's Cadence Qualls. Now she finds Messer, who flashes to the 15-foot to the free throw line. Now gets it over to Portland Minix, who drove down baseline, tried to get a layup and no good. Rebounded by the Lady Jays, and here they come. Burkett over to Sophie Frazier. Immediately pops the three. It looked good from here, but no. Missed, and rebound by Riley Messer. It's still 16-13. The Jays lead. Messer finds it inside. Beautiful pass, and it's going to be a foul on the play. Number 25. Grace Craig on the foul as Rylan Jordan will be shooting the free throws for the Lady Redskins. Boy, it's a mouthful to say Lady before the team's mascot. I'd rather just say Redskins and Blue Jays, but I want to be politically correct. It is the Lady Redskins and the Lady Blue Jays.
That's why we always went with Bobcats and Cats.
Cats, yeah. I got told, Aubrey Lady, your daughter, told me the other day, we're not Lady Cats.
Yep.
So to take it out, she makes the second free throw, making it 14-16, under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Burkett brings it across the timeline. She finds Morgan Hensley over to the far corner for three.
Nice box out.
Anna Garbison, but she missed the three. And like Coach said, a good box out.
Right.
As it will be a foul on Kylie Lehigh.
That's her third.
Her third foul as well. So starters in foul trouble here.
Three Judson girls.
My goodness.
3 fouls. That's why it's, like I say, isolation right now would be
better idea. So Riley Messer has it at the right elbow. She kicks it back out to the top. That's Rylan Jordan. Rylan Jordan back out to Messer, who's trying to get it inside. She does, and she scores with a left-handed layup. A beautiful play by Riley Messer. 16 all here in the eve of Thanksgiving. Battle between the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays and the Knox Redskins. The Lady Jays bring it across the timeline. It's Olivia Burkett. Looking at that zone, taking her time, dribbling. Now she finds Garbison in the right corner. Back out to the 15-footer from number 10, Kylie Lehigh. A missed one and rebounded by the Redskins. Here they come as it's tied. That is Ella Fairchild. Portland, my apologies. Portland Minix brings it across the timeline. She's up at the top of the key, picks up her dribble. She finds immediately Rylan Jordan from 15, and she gets it as the Redskins lead now 18-16. Here comes Sophie Frazier. She crosses over her defender. Now she gets it inside for an easy layup. No good. Rebounds it herself, puts it back up. No good. And the Redskins are going to come up with the rebound. Wow. Riley Messer now bringing it across the timeline, up the right sideline. She's in front of her own team. Kicks it right back to Rylan Jordan for three. Big-time three from Rylan Jordan. 21-16, the Redskins lead. As here comes Sophie Frazier. Crosses over again. She's bringing it up herself. She's trying to make something happen. It looked like a travel, but they didn't. Oh, a jump ball. My goodness. So a lot of things happening here in the last 20 seconds as the Blue Jays call a timeout. Coach, explain to our listeners what just happened.
Well, they did a really nice job of pushing the ball up, but the thing is I think Sophie got a little too far deep in and ended up getting double and triple teamed, and that's how she ended up with the tie-up. And honestly, I thought there was a travel before the tie-up.
So a quick 7 points from the Lady Redskins. Of course, after that free throw, it was 14-16. They tied it at 16. Unbelievable quick turn of events here as the Redskins now in the lead with 21 points, and the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Jays with 16, a minute 17 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, we talked about runs. Right now, Knox is on an 8-0 run. It was 16-13 into the half, and right now it's 21-16. So, Judson's got to be able to cut these runs off and get back into it, get to what they want to do, and that's pound the ball inside. But I think they're going to be most successful running that high-low or something.
Sure.
Because it's so wide open.
It is. And Kylie Lehigh had an open shot, a tough one she missed, as Riley Messer has it down low, and she spins. Beautiful move. Left-handed, no good. Rebounded by Ella Fairchild. So the Redskins have another possession at it. Back up to the top. That's Portland Minix moving around. She kicks it over for three. That was attempted by Ella Fairchild, missed, and rebounded by Morgan Hensley for the Lady Jays. Under a minute to go here in the third. They cross the timeline. Olivia Burkett looking for a foul. Nothing called. Back up to Kylie Lehigh. Now that's Olivia Burkett back at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Grace Craig. Craig back to Lehigh. Lehigh inside to Burkett. Burkett
Nice.
now inside to Garbison. Garbison tried to get the layup and no good. Rebounded by the Lady Redskins. So Minix will bring this across the timeline under 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Minix looking for that last play of the third quarter, it looks like, as they are set and ready here. Minix dribbling, crosses over. Now she kicks it to Riley Messer, back up to the top of the key. That is Rylan Jordan. Tries to dribble inside, and she's fouled. Looks like a reach. That was on Morgan Hensley. Wow, that's her first. So she's been good at not getting in foul trouble throughout the whole game. As Kylie Lehigh will check out, checking in is Kaya Burkett. Almost wondering if she's relation to Olivia.
I think she is.
So the Lady Redskins will inbound underneath their own basket. Oh, beautiful play. Catch and shoot. Missed by Portland Minix, and she knew it. She wants that one back, but that's the end of the third quarter, 21-16. We are going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. The fourth quarter is up next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
We grab 5-star in the Knox ball. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends at 5-star.
And happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners, all of our friends at the radio stations. Make 5-star your holiday shopping headquarters. Our family granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $2.49. Our family canned vegetables, corn and green beans, assorted varieties, 14 to 15 ounce, 88 cents. Here's a new one in the meat department. Standard Pride ground beef. It's a 73% lean, 3-pound chub, $5.99. Where's that 5-star?
Yeah.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana high school basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
Back for more here at Harold Weinberg Gymnasium. A big-time shout-out to my good friend Ed Hasnerl just down the street. Ed, I hope you're doing good. I appreciate you tuning in. I saw your Native American headdress is still in the showcase out front here at the gymnasium. And your Redskins are leading 21-16 right now, Ed. Appreciate you tuning in. As we are getting ready for the fourth quarter, Coach, what are your thoughts here coming out? The Blue Jays didn't score that entire quarter. What do you think Bailey Goodman was saying?
Yeah, the big thing is I think they've got to see, hopefully, one of her assistant coaches or someone on the bench is seeing how wide open that middle of the floor is. And they've got to be able to run that high-low or something. Pound the ball inside. It's only going to open up the outside shot.
Well, they tried to get it inside just there as it's stolen by Portland Minix, and she's going to bring it across the timeline. Here come the Lady Redskins. They are in the lead, 21-16. We are in the fourth quarter. Big-time three. That was attempted by Ella Fairchild, and no good as it goes out of bounds. It'll be the Lady Jays ball.
Mitch, you said they tried to get it inside there. The problem was the passing angle. She tried to pass from more, a bad passing angle to get the ball inside.
So they were looking. It just was a tough pass as Burkett was leaning in on Portland Minix. No, Fairchild. Thank you. Yeah, Ella Fairchild, and that worked for her as Fairchild comes up with the blocking foul, her first, as the Lady Jays will take it out on the sideline. 21-16. They are down by 5 with 7:30 to go here in the ball game. Here comes Kylie Lehigh. Gets it inside immediately to Olivia Burkett, who tried to get a layup. No good, and Coach just said it could have been a foul. Nothing called. The refs are letting him play as Burkett will take this out for the Lady Jays. Underneath their own basket, they are running their out-of-bounds play. They kick it out to Morgan Hensley. Hensley back up to Lehigh. Lehigh looking. Picks up her dribble. Now over to Reagan Hensley. Reagan Hensley at the top of the key. Trying to get it inside. Nothing there. Now back over to Lehigh. Lehigh now over to Sophie Frazier. Finds a wide open Reagan Hensley. Fakes. Dribbles around. No good. And stolen by Riley Messer. And here comes Messer. Full head of steam as she kicks it up to number 20. That is Cadence Qualls. Qualls kicks it back up to the top of Portland Minix. Looking at the zone now. That is Rylan Jordan. Gets it inside to Riley Messer. had a wide open layup, but no good. Rebounded by Sophie Frazier, and here come the Lady Jays. Frazier kicks it over to Lehigh. Lehigh at the top of the key. Now Lehigh gets it inside. That is Olivia Burkett. Burkett down to Hensley. Trying to make something happen. A block. And here come the Lady Redskins as the D down low picked up in the second half. So Reagan Hensley brings it across the timeline. She finds Rylan Jordan. Rylan Jordan now back out to Cadence Qualls. Qualls over to Minix. Minix inside to Messer. Messer back out to Rylan Jordan on the right side. She's dribbling around behind her back. Now kicks out, finds Qualls. Qualls over to Minix for three. No good, and rebounded by Sophie Frazier. Here come the Lady Jays. Burkett now finds Hensley for three. No good. The other Hensley is going to come up with the rebound, but no. The ball hit the out of bounds. Boy, a couple things have just not gone the Lady Jays' way here, Coach.
Oh, not at all. I mean, they have not scored in the second half.
Yeah, under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, as basketball games go a heck of a lot faster than football games, I'm finding out tonight. As
a little warmer.
A little warmer, too. So, Cadence Qualls kicks it back up to Rylan Jordan, who finds Portland Minix. Now back to Qualls. Qualls finds Jordan for three. No good, and it will be out of bounds, Lady J ball. So the Lady Jays bring it in. That is Reagan Hensley, who is bringing it across the timeline. Heavy defense from the Lady Redskin. That was Cadence Qualls. But the Lady Jays come up with it as Sophie Frazier is down low.
Says no, on the ground.
Oh.
Not sure of that one.
Well, you can hear the Blue Jay faithful not happy with that call as they got the ball inside where they wanted. No foul called, or foul called. It was just on the ground. Boy, if that was called in the air, it would have been an and one.
Yep. 2 fouls on Qualls.
So 2 fouls on Qualls as the Lady Jays. Oh, and it's thrown away immediately. Here comes Qualls down the other side, and she missed the layup. Man, that's hard to watch. As you can feel the, that's just the energy and the atmosphere that you're playing in. Coming up for a wide open layup isn't always as easy as it looks.
No, you've got other people, obviously
chasing after you. Yeah.
It's second foul on Riley Messer.
So second for her as the Lady Jays will get it inbounds. There is pressure from the Knox Redskins. I'd say head coach Neil Minix can sniff this win out as the Jays get it across the timeline. That's number 3, Anna Garbison. Garbison now back over to Burkett, who kicks it back to Garbison, wide open at the top of the key. Now back over to Burkett. Burkett looking to find Frazier in the corner. Nothing there. Now back to Garbison. Garbison over to Hensley. Hensley now back out to Garbison. Garbison dribbling. Plenty of time, plenty of space.
A lot of standing. A lot of standing right now.
Not much movement as Hensley finds Frazier in the corner. Frazier. Wide open for 3. No good. Almost rebounded by the Jays.
Ooh.
As I don't know what
they're going to call that against Knox.
So Ella Fairchild.
Her second foul.
Wow. So the Jays take it out underneath their own basket. 21-16 is still the score. Kicks it out to Hensley. Wide open in the corner for 3. No good, and the Knox Redskins got lucky as Riley Messer comes up with the rebound, and she's going to bring it up herself. Messer finds Jordan on the right corner. Now she finds up at the top of the key Portland Minix. Minix now dribbling up at the top of the key. She's been handling the rock well for the Lady Redskins so far in the second half. Kicks it over to Jordan, using the zone, finding it inside to Riley Messer. Now back up to the top of the key. They find Minix. Minix inside to Messer. Now over to the far corner. That's number 20, Cadence Qualls. A missed shot opportunity for her and rebounded by the Lady Jays. Under 4 minutes to go. And immediately a blocking foul by Cadence Qualls.
It's her third.
As that is her third. I'd say she wasn't happy with herself on that last play. Tough shot she missed there. I just can't get over how fast this game's going right now, Coach, to be honest with you.
Timeout, Lady Redskins.
As the Redskins are going to call a timeout. And, boy, if we were talking the way we were talking in the pregame, we wouldn't have guessed Knox to be up right now in this fourth quarter. Head coach Neil Minix had mentioned to me before the interview he was thinking it was going to be a really tough game for them, but right now it's looking like the Redskins are.
Well, I think that, obviously they're doing a nice job in that 2-3 zone, and I think Judson just needs to get a little spark here. I just think the high-low, getting the ball inside would help them a lot. It would open it up, and I think putting Frazier down low along with Hensley would be where I would go with it, and. But they're shooting 1-on-1, so maybe this would get that cellophane off the basket right now. Knock one down here. We'll see.
Well, and you're right. You look at Sophie and Morgan, the two tallest players for the Lady Jays, and by far the bigger set players on the team. You're exactly right. You get those two get inside like that, boy, they could be dangerous. As a one-on-one opportunity, It's going to be missed, but rebounded by Sophie Frazier, who's going to get it up and puts it right back. Big-time play for her. Sophie Frazier, 21-18 with 3:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. This is the historic rivalry between the Knox Redskins and the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays the night before Thanksgiving. As here from 15 feet on the left elbow, Rylan Jordan scores a big-time shot, 23-18. Here comes Sophie Frazier immediately on the other side. She finds Hensley up at the top of the key. Now over to Burkett, looking inside to the other Hensley. Now she drives down low, finds Garbison for three in the corner. No good. Almost rebounded by the Lady Redskins, but it gets deflected out of bounds.
What's the old saying? Live and die with the three. And right now, it's I think they're dying with the three.
They are, and like Coach said, you got to try to get it inside. So Burkett gets it inside to Frazier for the easy two, and there we go. 20-23, the Blue Jays are down. 3 minutes to go as here come the Lady Redskins. The D is picking up at half court now, and it's going to be stolen by the Lady Jays. Here comes Burkett. She's working it down, spins around, kicks it out to Sophie Frazier for a three. No good. Rebounded, no. And it's going to be rebounded by the Lady Redskins. I got a little excited there by Qualls.
Well, I think... Honestly, I think I would have called the timeout there and just said, hey, one basket at a time. They don't have to be threes. Let's get the best look we can get here and not think, there's 20 seconds left in the game.
So Qualls finds it inside to Riley Messer on the other end for the Lady Redskins. Kicks it back out to Qualls. Qualls now to Minix, to Messer, now to the corner to Jordan. Back out to Minix. No, stolen by Burkett. Here come the Lady Jays. Sophia Frazier on a wide open layup. Fake. Puts it up, no good. Gets it back and puts it up again. She scored the last 6 points for the Blue Jays as it's now 23-22 with 2:15 to go in the fourth. And the Redskins call a timeout as a huge run from the Lady Jays, Coach.
Well, I mean, they kind of sped it up a little bit, which helped them, and like I say, they're not standing around. Every time they get to the end and they're in a half-court set, there's just so much standing. There's one girl inside, the other four are hanging around the three-point line waiting for three-pointers, and they're not hitting them tonight. Their defense is right now what's scoring the points for them. They're getting up and getting layups.
Well, I would say from an outside perspective looking, it seems like the Redskins are attacking that zone much better than maybe the Lady Jays would like to right now.
Well, on their side, I mean, Judson went to a zone this half, and they now they went to a half-court trap. They went to a regular trap, and they've gotten some good deflections, good steals, and that's the reason they, Sophie's been in some runouts, and she's got some easy layups and easy looks.
Well, it's fun to watch this Lady J team. They look for Sophie Frazier immediately. You can tell on the fast breaks.
Yeah, like I said, I think I would try to put her more down low a little bit and utilize her with the Hensley girl. Yeah, her height, her. I mean, she's got great footwork, and do that. If she's made 4 or 5 threes, and you say, okay, we can keep her out the threes, but the threes haven't really worked well for Judson tonight, and I think you just got to pound the ball inside.
Yeah.
I keep saying it over and over, but to me, it seems like a no-brainer.
And I agree with you, Coach. If the three isn't working, you got to find a way to get it inside, and when you're taller than the defender, I think it'd be easier to get an easy two down low than it would be to chuck a three, but hey, what do I know?
Yep.
As Riley Messer is going to pass this inbounds for the Redskins, they're going to cross the timeline. That's Ella Fairchild back to Rylan Jordan now to find Portland Minix at the top of the key. The Jays continuing that half-court press as it has been working for them. Minix with the ball. She's about got trapped, but no. She finds number 20, Cadence Qualls. who dribbles around her defender and is fouled.
Reagan, that's her 4, Reagan Hensley.
Oh, man. So keep an eye on her as she cannot get one more foul. The Lady Redskins will take this out. They find Ella Fairchild at the top of the key. Great defense from Olivia Burkett and the Jays. Fairchild with the ball, still fighting off Burkett. Now she finds Minix. Back over to Fairchild. Fairchild needs to dribble. She does. Burkett all over her.
Ooh,
nothing called, and then finally, I'd say she got away with 2 before the third one was called.
Yeah.
But I think that's a testament to this these officials tonight.
They have. They've let them play, and I think it's been pretty even. They put a pretty decent job.
Yeah, these are the games you want to watch. Let the players decide. And, this officiating crew doing a good job. As the 1-and-1 here, first one from Ella Fairchild is good. So that makes it 24-22. This second free throw could make it a 3-point ball game with 1:34 to go in the fourth. Fairchild, and it is good. That is what you want to see. So Burkett's going to take this out and get it to Hensley. This is Reagan Hensley bringing it across the timeline. 1:30 to go in the fourth. 25-22, the Redskins lead. Here comes Morgan Hensley inside. Reagan Hensley, and she drives baseline and gets the easy layup. It's 25-24 with 1:15 to go. Messer gets it inbounds. That is Ella Fairchild. Now back to Messer, who's going to bring it up. Now back over to Minix. Minix crosses the timeline and gets it over to Fairchild. Fairchild trying to work around that trap. They are in that half-court trap defense right now are the Lady Jays. Now they find Rylan Jordan on the far left side in the three-point land.
I think I keep the ball in Fairchild's hand. Ooh,
now
not sure
Qualls,
why we're shooting that.
Man, Qualls,
got lucky.
15 feet from the corner, missed, but rebounded by Rylan Jordan, and she got it back to Ella Fairchild, who was fouled by Kylie Lehigh.
That's Lehigh's 4th.
Yeah, Lehigh, also one of the taller players on this team at 5'9".
Call that on Burkett.
Oh, Burkett, excuse me.
That is her 3rd.
Oh, man. The senior Olivia Burkett. As this is a 1-and-1 opportunity again, and the first free throw is missed. It stays 25-24, under a minute to go here in the ball game. The eve of Thanksgiving. This is going to go down to the wire. Here comes Sophie Frazier inside, and she gets the 2 points. 26-25, 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. No timeouts. We're going to see what happens as the Redskins cross the timeline. It's Ella Fairchild. Gets it into Riley Messer. Messer drives inside. Nice, and they're going to call the foul.
I think that's going on Sophie. Or, Sophie.
Yep. Great drive by Riley Messer, the senior, who shows her composure.
2 shots.
As she gets 2 shots this time. 1 would tie it. 2 would take the lead. And the way this game is gone, you want both of them here. So Riley Messer, the senior, the biggest free throws of the night. The first one's up, and it's no good. Boy, that's
step
tough.
Away from the line there.
I agree. That was something I always did as well. Even if I made it, I would step away and reset. Just kind of a weird thing to do. And you see the timeout.
It's actually a really good timeout by Bailey.
Yeah, good.
Timeout. You got to let them know what we're doing on a make. Let them know what we're doing on a miss. Who we need to keep the ball in the hands of. Hopefully that's everything she's explaining to them right now.
Well, I'd say they weren't expecting it to be this tight of a ball game. So, but, Neil Minix said in the Saturday Sports Line last Saturday, records go out the window when North Judson and Knox meet up, especially the night before Thanksgiving.
No doubt about that.
It's crazy how much energy in the gym can create. It can just change things.
Change the atmosphere
it's just
on the floor.
It's unbelievable. You can prepare all week, but you can't prepare for this crowd. As this is a huge free throw for Riley Messer. It's up.
Got it.
Oh, it bounces out. Rebounded by Morgan Hensley. And the Reds, they got a foul. They got a foul. So, things turned around quickly for the Redskins as this will be, Ella Fairchild's 3rd. Olivia Burkett on the line. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity. Big-time opportunity for Olivia Burkett here in the Lady Jays. The first one's up, and it's good. That makes it 27-25 here with 19.3 seconds in the ball game. I'm starting to realize why I like basketball so much, Coach. This is exciting. Burkett, and the second one's missed.
Timeout.
Redskins bring it up. No timeout. They're going to play. Riley Messer crosses the timeline.
Be calling that timeout.
Kicks it over to Minix. Minix now at the top of the key. 8 seconds to go. This is going to be it. Messer. Oh, and they're going to call a foul. So, for most of the game, they've let the players play. That is a foul called.
That's her fourth.
Her fourth foul. Who was it?
Burkett.
Burkett on the foul, her fourth. So this is Riley Messer. She gets 2 tries.
Yeah, she just missed 2.
So this is a chance at redemption here. Riley Messer with the first one.
Nope.
That is just not what you want to see. That's tough. That is tough. And Bailey Goodman's going to take a timeout and ice her even more. So if that was me, Coach, I wouldn't be scared of my coach. I would be scared of my mom when I got home. The first thing she'd say to me, Mitchell,
them are free.
You never miss a free throw.
Them are free.
That's
why they call them free.
That's what she always said to me.
Well, okay, you play. Right now, what are you doing? You got 4.4 seconds left. Are you making this free throw?
Oh, I say yes. Because if we're going to foul right away,
okay,
you want to kind of keep it close, in my opinion.
And I agree with you. But that's what he's got to tell them. We have to foul right away. We can't let 3 seconds run off this clock. We have to let, maybe 4/10 at best.
Now, on the flip side, if you do miss it,
you have to foul right away.
You have to foul right away,
or
too.
Get the rebound, obviously. Be aggressive. And the thing is you can be real aggressive if you do miss it. If you do get the foul, it's going to be quick.
Well, I had a coach in these moments. He would always say, when we make the free throw, no matter what, when we make the free throw, here's what we're going to do.
But you have to also let them know when we do miss it. We have it.
If by chance we do it.
Just say.
Just say. So Riley Messer, the biggest free throw of the night right here. She needs it. She's going to swish it. So 26-27, the Lady Jays are going to get it in.
Got a foul. Foul.
Oh, my, they waited.
But they waited about a second too long on that one.
I wonder why Qualls, I wonder if she was told maybe not to foul. How many does Qualls have right now?
Portland got that. That was on Portland, and that is her third.
Okay, her third. Yeah, I was surprised Qualls didn't just wrap her arms around Frazier immediately with 2.2 seconds. The first one's up by Frazier, and she's going to sink it, making it 26-28. 2.2 seconds to go here. We'll see what they do. Do you tell Frazier to miss this?
No, I'm
go ahead and make it.
I'm making this, and we're going to come up so they can't throw the ball and get a shot off.
So she does, in fact, make it. And the Redskins are going to call a timeout. So the score is 29-26. Now here's my chance to ask you, Coach. You've got 2.2 seconds. What do you do?
Well, I played for a young man, or I guess an older man when I played in college. He's got probably one of the most seen, sought-after plays. It's called Homer Drew, where his son beat Mississippi in the Sweet 16.
Right.
And it was just a tip pass. They ran a pick on the backside, ran a tip pass to Bryce. Bryce shot the three. Obviously, the rest is history.
Bam.
It made the shot. So
it's got to be a three.
It has to be a three. It has to be a three. And it's going to have to be something that you can't receive the ball free throw line on that end of the floor. It has to be at least, the volleyball 10-foot line or half court.
And I would assume Bailey Goodman saying, don't foul.
Well, and they need to be up. Judson needs to be up a little higher to force them to receive the ball up that close. See, that's bad when you receive the ball.
They get it into Portland Minix from half court and no good. Sorry, Coach. That was a fast 2.2 seconds, I'll be honest with you.
Well, like I say, they receive the ball at the free throw line and up, and at that point, it's just
too late.
It's too long a shot if you do get two dribbles. But let me just tell you that Knox has really nothing to be, hanging their heads on because they played really, really well, playing without, the two of their better players. And, they can really learn from this and help them to the next few games.
So 29-26 is the final score as the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays squeak by. Barely. The Redskins led most of the second half as we are going to take a break and get ready for our Collins Insurance postgame show with Coach Terry Minix. I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking. In 4-hour dinners with friends. In that first bite of something new. And in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix.
From Harold Weinberg Gymnasium, the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays came to Knox, Indiana on the eve of Thanksgiving to put up a win, 29-26. Coach, overall, your opinion of this game?
Well, like I said, I think Neil ought to be pretty happy, with the resilience of them. When you lose two of your better players and the other kids come in and did a really, really nice job. On the other hand, North Judson, I think Bailey, she's got to like the resilience of them. But, being down there, for the longest time, they hadn't scored a basket in that second half. And then, they picked up their defense a little bit, got some breakouts, got, Sophie, actually, I'm not sure if Sophie had any points in the first half. And she ended up getting 12 points for the game. So the second half kind of belonged to Sophie. But, I think Bailey ought to be really happy with the way they ended the game. Walking out at the end of the day, it was a win. It wasn't what I would call one of the prettiest wins.
But it's a win.
But it's a win, and that's what you want. It's a tough place to play. You come into this place and play with a hostile crowd and everything. You take that win and go home and work for to play your next game.
Yeah. Well, an exciting atmosphere as always, and the Blue Jay faithful showed up in full force. You look across the way, and you saw the Knox pep band was here under the direction of Mr. Craig Phipps. Told me that the secret word for tonight was octopus, so I don't know why he told me that. I guess that was a thing him and Nathan Welter had done back in the day. But he told me my goal for the night was to find a way to say octopus on the air. So couldn't find a way, so I just said, heck, we're just going to say it.
Just say it.
We're just going to say it. So there you go, Craig. As this is the Collins Insurance postgame show, stay tuned for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves in taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Abel. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you have made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Now, let's return to the voices of WKVI, Sports Director Mitch Columbi and Coach Terry Minix.
All right, Coach, time now for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. It's in your hands. What do you think our Stark County Co-op play of the game was?
Well, I really think the first half kind of, Knox did a really nice job of, keeping it close. And I thought Morgan Hensley did a nice job in the first half of handling everything for Judson. But the second half, I think it all belonged to Sophie Frazier. And I think the play of the game was when she had the steal on the half-court trap, went down, scored a layup, and kind of built the momentum off that. So I would say the play of the game has to go to Sophie Frazier, who ended up with 12 points on the night anyway, and they were all in the second half, and I thought she did a really nice job.
Yeah, we will definitely keep an eye on Sophie Frazier, as this is just our first basketball broadcast of the season. We will see the Lady Jays and the Lady Redskins quite a bit throughout this season, as Sophie Frazier, excuse me. I told you it was going to be a tough night tonight with the name. Sophie Frazier is named Sophie Frazier was part of the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Boy, I am really messing up tonight, Coach. We're going to take a break and come back for our 5-star player of the game. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch.
Thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II. Each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Welcome back to Harold Weinberg Gymnasium. Time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. I turn it over to Coach Terry Minix.
Well, I mean, there was really some good individual plays tonight. Obviously the shots didn't fall like either team wanted them to go. But, I thought Riley had a really nice game. Riley Messer for Knox and Rylan Jordan, had 9 points and Riley had 8. And then on the North Judson side, like I said earlier, Morgan Hensley did a real nice job of keeping them in the game. But I think the big thing and the big difference, and obviously she had our play of the game. But I think the player of the game, just because it was the difference in the second half, getting her 12 points all in the second half, goes to Sophia Frazier.
Well, Sophia Frazier, congratulations. You are our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, as she came out in the second half and really provided things in the fourth quarter. And that is when you need your players the most. Didn't matter she wasn't there from quarter 1 to 3. It all mattered in quarter 4.
And that's just it. They didn't score in the third quarter, so that just means Sophie had all of her points in the fourth quarter. So for that reason, she is the player of the game.
And I think if it was another night, not the historic rivalry,
right.
It shows you she can open the can of worms on any team at any moment. And I think right there in the fourth quarter, she finally got comfortable and was able to turn it loose.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I say, both teams, got some things they can work on. There again, I don't like them win or losses that you say, well, it was a good loss. Well, the way I look at it, losses are losses. And I'm not a very good loser. And it's one of them things. But, saying that, I think Coach Minix can also go back and say, hey, we played without a couple of our players. We know we can compete. We played a good North Judson team. We had them in a battle there, and we took them right down to it. There again with Judson. I mean, they were down, didn't score, things weren't going right, but they found a way to win the game at the end, and that's what you have to do to be a championship team. You have to learn how to win the games where things aren't going so well.
Yep.
And they did, like I said, it wasn't the prettiest game that you want to see, but it was highly competitive. I thought the fans were really, really good.
Yes.
I thought the officials did a nice job. All in all, it was a good game, and I think both teams are going to learn a lot from it.
What a way to kick off our basketball season here the night before Thanksgiving. Coach, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
You as well, buddy. It was fun.
It was.
Maybe a little rusty. I mean, this is what I did in college and stuff, but a
you,
little rusty.
You sounded better than I did. I'll tell you that much.
Sometimes you see these names and some of these girls look the same, but I give the old thing where I lost my hair, I lost my memory, so a lot of times I can't tell if that was which girl it was. So I apologize if I misread a name or I said something wrong, but it's fun and we're gonna have fun with it, and it's just great. Indiana basketball, there isn't anything better in the state. Maybe I'm a little biased.
Same.
If you talk to Coach Racky, he's going to tell you, no, it's football. But I'm all about the basketball, and I love it, and I love when our county schools do well. In everything. It was nice to see Knox and Judson both winning football sectionals, and it would be nice to see all three of our county girl and boys team win sectionals because they're not competing against each other in their sectionals. So it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year with you and I. I really look forward to it. And it was just a fun night. And, now everybody can go home, have a day off tomorrow. The girls can, the coaches can kind of get rejuvenated, eat some turkey, spend that quality time with their family.
Well, our next game will be at Oregon Davis in the Bobcat Den against West Central. Coach won't be able to join us that night as you are a part of the coaching staff there at Oregon Davis. So hopefully I'll find a color commentator by then.
Oh, yeah. You'll find. I may try to do it from the bench, but you may not want that.
Get a little lapel mic.
Yeah, you may not want that.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time, and we're so happy and looking forward to this season as I invite all of you to join us this Saturday on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, for our Thanksgiving one-hour holiday special. We will have several of our area head coaches on hand as we will be going live at 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and streaming online at WKVI.com. I invite all of you to follow us on social media, on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, our sports analyst, Terry Minix, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winnemac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Jane Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.